Colton Underwood reveals the one person he still talks to from the Bachelor franchise and what's been going on since his Netflix special wrapped. Hey guys, and welcome back to another shared news. We've got all you need to know on Colton Underwood if you want to know. I know he has a lot of haters out there still, but before we get into it, if you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you never miss out on any future videos. As always, I am your host, Zachary Reality, and Colton is ready to move on and start his life recently since coming out on his new Netflix docu-series, Coming Out Colton. Colton revealed in his most recent interview with UsWeekly that he no longer watches The Bachelor and that he doesn't talk to anyone from the franchise anymore except one person. Colton says, "The only person I really talk to is Chris Harrison. Chris and I stay in touch. I will say this, Chris was about the only one from the franchise who really reached out and sort of let me know he was there for me, asking if there is anything he can do." I like this because I feel like Chris Harrison was so invested in Bachelor Nation for as long as he was a part of it, and he really was a father figure to the Bachelors and the Bachelorettes, especially the leads who went through the entire season with him. And obviously we all saw, the fallout of Chris Harrison and him getting fired from the franchise and the whole controversy. But, that doesn't take away from the love and admiration and the respect he built during his 2 decades at the franchise and the relationships that he formed. So I'm glad to know that he was there for Colton during a time of need. And of course, Colton is not the victim in this situation. The victim will always be Cassie. However, Colton still was battling some very difficult circumstances and situations within himself, and him coming out was obviously a huge revelation and a huge milestone moment for him as someone who suppressed his sexuality his whole life. So I'm glad to see that Chris Harrison was a support system for him, and I think Chris Harrison can relate because they both kind of went through a really traumatic year. Obviously, they both are not the victims, but they both were canceled, and there is something very difficult in being, canceled so publicly. Even though it's important to be held accountable, there is kind of a level when you are canceled that badly that it becomes very toxic and unfortunate for you when it becomes a worldwide situation, because we all make mistakes every single day, and when you're on TV, those mistakes become a larger platform, especially when you're on the Bachelor franchise. So I'm sure Colton and Chris were able to bond over that, as well as Chris just wanting to be there for Colton and support him. Colton says he is no longer hiding from anything anymore and that he is just happy to feel free. And even though he no longer has those relationships in the franchise, he's just relieved to be himself. Colton says this is the happiest and healthiest he's ever been. There's no more overcompensating. There is a lot of things that led to his spiral and him not being healthy, which came when he was in the closet. So of course, after being out, he is feeling amazing. Colton did have some pretty close friends in Bachelor Nation. I know he was really close with Jason and Blake from his season of The Bachelorette with Becca. So I'm kind of curious where those relationships stand. Obviously, he says he doesn't talk to anyone anymore. I know Clay, who was also on Becca's season with Colton, kind of tweets at him a lot. And then Onyeka, we saw in the Netflix special. So I'm sure he has a few more casual relationships from the franchise, but Chris Harrison seems to be his only confidant, which is okay. I think, it was time for him to move on, especially how things ended. And Colton recently shared pictures of his new boyfriend, Jordan C. Brown, making his relationship Instagram official, even though the pair has been dating for several months low-key. I remember they were spotted by TMZ in Hawaii maybe 4 months ago, 5 months ago. So they've obviously been in a relationship for a while, but Colton is finally ready to share the relationship on Instagram since his Netflix special has come out and everyone now knows the full story of Colton's side. He says, "Happy birthday to my dog-loving family man." Colton gushed about his new boyfriend, Jordan C. Brown, who is a political strategist, sharing that he's very happy and very in love. They have already met each other's families. Now, Colton did say in the special that he wanted to keep his next relationship private, that he was not ready for another public relationship. But I think that because Colton has now shared his truth with the Netflix doc, he is kind of ready to share a little bit more of his life with his fans and his followers. He still has a lot of fans and followers, maybe not as many since the Cassie situation, but I think there has been a lot of people that have been able to watch the docu-series that were not a fan of Colton going into it, but have gotten to know him a little bit more, and maybe they've changed their view or their mind about him. And it's honestly up to you guys if you want to follow Colton or not, because it seems like he's getting back out there in the spotlight with his new special. He's got a new boyfriend. He's going out to more public appearances. It seems like he wants to be a celebrity again. I mean, he disappeared from the spotlight for a year after the Cassie situation to really work on himself, and now he wants to come back, and he has come back a new person with this new confidence in himself and just a better understanding of who he is. So it's really up to you guys if you want to support him or not. I definitely am watching for the ride, and it's gonna be, interesting to see what he does next. Maybe he'll get engaged to this guy, Jordan C. Brown. Maybe they'll have kids. Colton did say he really wanted to become a dad one day. Maybe this is it. Maybe he's gonna get engaged soon. Really, like, who knows? The possibilities are truly endless. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments down below, because that is everything we have to share with you guys today. And before you go, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and ring the bell so you never miss out on any future videos. As always, I am your host, Zachary Reality and Bachelor expert. You guys can follow me down below at Zachary Reality. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will catch you in the next one. See you later.